How loud does it get? It's just me whispering fucking weirdly. It's just me whispering. Alright, we're not too loud. That's not too bad. We'll figure out what that was.
Yeah, why we didn't have our
The audio, not output. That was weird.
very weird, but it's on brand for us.
Yeah, that's not abnormal. Vertical layout, properties, filters. I don't know. Figure it out later. You turn monitoring on. I tried to find the video, but I couldn't. Anyways, yeah, you want to do the intro since I did it to no one about 5 minutes ago?
Because he was whispering to me, he's like, "Hey, we're live." I'm like, "We can hit the go live button." Welcome to you tuned into Slick Radio, the podcast your mother warned you about, where nerdy and unruly pop culture gets a little out of hand. Movies, games, tech, comics, opinions that no one asked for, but we're giving to you anyways. Because we're that old. So grab your drink and strap in and prepare for Slick Radio.
Yeah. I just realized we could. How do I post the Discord? Create invite? There we go.
At everyone.
Copy. So if you guys want, I'm going to throw the Discord into chat to everywhere. So it should be clickable. But if you guys want to roll on in there, that's the podcast channel. You can comment within the show as well as the Discord. Discord's available. I'm going to try to start streaming more often. Available. Trying to do a few game streams just because we play a lot. Oh, hi, Rex Apollo.
I'm just testing if it works.
Yeah, so we're using a new streaming service. It's called StreamYard. We moved off of Restream just because this seems like it makes way more fucking sense.
They've seemed to, like, at the base, only limit you to 2 streaming avenues.
That's not too shabby.
What? StreamYard lets you go to 3? Or was it, like, 6?
I think it was almost, yeah, StreamYard is unlimited, whereas the Restream was like, you can have, like, 2 hours and you can have a 4.5-minute video at any kind of current, new generation. So I'm also trying to change the permissions. Nope, it's not a private channel. Cool. So I just got to make sure I switch all the other ones to private. Dope. Perfect. So, good to be back. A lot has happened in the world
since December 2nd, 2022 is when we were last live with you guys.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, it's good stuff. We're having a good time. Waiting for people to kind of text and tell me if we are live and active. But yeah, so we're going to start out the show like we always used to, introing the Craft Brew in Review. Yeah, where JP's finger is. This is the Mixed Berry by Weldworks. And just time to get that flavor on. But I'd really love to hear what everyone has been up to in life. Personally, had a kid.
He's done with school.
Yeah, I went to college during COVID. I've just kind of climbed to the world. World has changed, and it's been a unique experience. And so, really interested to start talking to people and seeing what everyone has been up to now that we're the aged folk.
We're the older, but none the wiser.
Yeah. No, the other day, if anyone remembers, I normally have a bigger beard. I accidentally shaved it off, and I definitely feel like Steve Buscemi, like, what's up, fellow teenagers?
You have to turn your hat around.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's. Okay, now I need a skateboard over my backpack, over my back.
What's up, chat? How's it going?
What's up, fellow chat? You other podcasters, you're so cute. You should check out our buddy, actually, the freaking Bat. Let me see if I can get his stuff. He's streaming as well, so if you want to keep us in the background while he streams.
Usually it's like 7 Days to Die, but currently it's Helldivers. He just started hell diving.
Yeah, buddy's diving in, so you guys should go check him out. The freaking Bat. There it is. Okay. Go home. No, I didn't want. Damn it. I just want to. Oh, that just works. There we go. So, gonna throw him in the chat window. I advise you go check him out. Fantastic dude. Hilarious commentary when he's playing video games, especially with the buddies he plays with. But yeah, so got our beer. Let's check out this show. All right, twangy. That's good shit. But let's move forward into Slickfeed, where we geek on your week. That sounds dirtier than I remember it.
No, well, we didn't say gleek.
Oh, let me gleek all over your week. I'm gonna gleek on you. Show me where you gleek from.
Usually the mouth.
Usually? there's an option that I wasn't aware of. But let's in kind of honor of Helldivers and freaking Bat going on live right now. Helldivers 2, one of the most popular games on the face of this planet currently, recently took a climb up in popularity again after they released the ODST armor, which was pretty cool. And then they've also added some new challenges with Oshune.
Yeah.
I never remember how to say the name. A crazy ass planet that is wildly difficult, but definitely fun. But with the ODST armor, we seem to have gotten some problems too. Nothing that you can't move past. But let's talk about the good first.
They added Xbox players.
Yep.
We've been saying send more dudes, and
Mhm.
Arrowhead listened, and I didn't think that a Sony owned property would make its way onto Xbox, but we've already seen that with
Yeah.
God of War,
Which
Horizon.
is pretty crazy. This is really kind of the first real big Xbox PlayStation crossover scenario. I know it does happen, with a lot of FPS games, and that isn't terribly unique. But as far as like something that seems like almost proprietary, this is a pretty big change, and the player scope has climbed dramatically, which is really cool. Like I said, this came out with the new War Bond, the ODST War Bond, as well as the new Planetscape, the increased difficulty. A level 3 now feels like kind of a level 4 or 5 on occasion, depending on how long you take to do anything.
Right.
Well,
you get stuck in that reinforce bug, and then you're just fighting your way out of it for a while, unless everyone dies.
But it's definitely fun. I'm really enjoying it, having a fantastic time. The intensity is crazy. The new players are fun 90% of the time. Every once in a while, you get an idiot that just doesn't know what they're doing. Been there. That's been me plenty of times. I'm not gonna.
But yeah, we experienced that way at the beginning, where people would be like, "Oh man, you're stealing my samples." It's like, hold on, guy.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's democracy shared.
We all get it. It's fine. But yeah, so it's been really exciting. We have new beasts, new biomes. The biome's really interesting on Oshune, where you can actually go into cave systems, which increases the difficulty because you can't call in stratagems as often. You run out of ammo more often.
Can't even call your buddies in.
Yeah, you can't even call your buddies in.
If you die like smack dab in the middle of that cave, you're gonna get like, you can call in your buddy, but they're gonna get spawned way behind you.
Yeah.
So like they'll have to fight their way back in with like none of their stuff because it's on cooldown.
Even if you manage to find an opening in the top of the cave system, it's still a minute and a half to run in, and in that game, a minute and a half is a lot. So, but it is well worth it. Really exciting. And they did add, like I said, some new beasts. We have the Hive Lord, which is a massive endeavor.
Centipede-looking creature. Like, it's
Yeah.
basically a dune one.
If you've seen the bones laying around on some of the desert planets, the massive bug bones, the Terminids, you have seen basically how big these things are. And they have, what did you say? How much XP?
150,000 HP.
HP, yeah, not XP. How much experience points do you get?
I think it's about like 500.
But
You kill.
it's multiple nukes.
I haven't run into it yet.
I haven't either. They actually haven't popped up in any of my run-ins, so we'll see. But I definitely advise going in with a 4-person. If you like to solo and you see one of those things, just run.
And
people have accomplished it, but
you can defeat it. And what's the nice thing about it, Arrowhead did with it is that it's like a boss encounter. So like the normal spawn rates that you would get of all the bugs kind of slow down. You don't see as much. So like you can actually just focus on this boss encounter that has just happened. And way to beat it, take a segment, focus that segment. A lot of people, what I've seen is like they focus like the lower segment because it's like right there.
Mhm.
Once you crack it off and break it open and see that orange squishy stuff, you can shoot it with whatever.
Yeah, lay all the bullets inside, take it down. Hopefully, I can find one soon because I just want to see how fast I die in that event.
Don't get close to it.
I've seen some of the ragdoll events where it is edge of the world fling, and it's just gone. And that's part of some of the failures they've had. They're working on it. It's not that big of a deal. But they have had some pretty major issues in game crashing.
Yes.
I personally was having an event. I don't have the most updated rig, but I'm still doing. I have a. Yeah, I was say I have an 11th gen i9. I got 32 gigs of DDR4, a 38 or a 3080 Ti, and I'm running on 2 M.2s. So by all means, my system can handle it.
Yeah. Do you notice like loading in as your
my FPX cranks. It just
mine goes to like single digits, and then it'll come back as soon as we load in. But I was like, wow, that's a lot.
Well, and that's what I'm curious about because a lot of the events in Helldivers aren't like gameplay video like we expect from a lot of past games, and I'm suspecting that some of their attempts to minimize the bloatware as an assumption. They're probably actually trying to render the pods falling in, everyone else's pods falling in, because you're seeing other stuff on planet. Mm-hmm. Like if you see a stratagem come in off to the distance, my understanding that is a different team on planet that they're trying to involve.
I thought it was just a little bit of extra sprinkly spice that they added. Yep. It was like, that's not really happening. It's just...
And the ships moving up in the sky are actually moving ships. It's just not like a video play that they're doing. Which is why when you're moving around on the town, in the zone, you can see them actively moving, especially when you're in the cave system. You actually have to throw the stratagem, if you haven't noticed this yet, in a way that you know it's going to come down through that weird hole that's in the center of the cave system. And, that can be frustrating, which is something, a number of people have experienced where when they first released Oshune, people were landing on top of the cave system, which was causing failures because you jump off that and it's so high to go down. People were dying, and so it was a death loop.
People forget that you can actually stim now, falling through the air.
But so it's almost like an automatic debuff. Like the first time you land, you have to kill one of your stims, and in the attempt to fix that and fix one of the new bug types that goes underground, they broke the system again, which is unfortunate.
Well, yeah, because the rupture strain, basically the warriors, if you were the host, you were getting instant locked on and died. Like there was no way you saw that burrowing towards you unless you had some sort of explosive to get them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Once they came out and sliced you, you couldn't dive away from it.
No,
and it's and then they had this latest patch, which is now everyone gets to experience that, and there's the community was like, hey. We don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So Arrowhead, the developer said that it's hey, we've removed the rupture strain for now for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And weird thing is like we're fighting bots right now as on the major order, but it's after the 5 weeks is over is gonna be like I think the anniversary of when Helldivers
Mm-hmm.
came out. So like it would probably be really nice.
Sorry. Yeah, I was saying. Let me see comments. Hey, how's it going, Josh? My wife was just saying that it's not showing me watching. Just an FYI for you guys, I don't actually see who's on and viewing us at any given time, but we do see the commentary. The chat's in the corner. You see, and there's also a chat on the restream. The StreamYard system. So if you guys want to interact with us, definitely comment. It's on there. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I don't really think we intend on streaming anywhere else, but just an FYI. So yeah, it's been an interesting trying to deal with some of the new challenges that they've brought.
Have you fought a Dragon Roach yet?
No, I haven't seen one of those either.
Oh man,
I've only dealt with the intensity change. I haven't seen. I've seen the burrowing insects, but I haven't seen the sky one, and I haven't seen the hive lord. But that should be. Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Sound weird now. Hi, baby. I'm not saying Hannah. That freaks me out. But with those challenges, there was a whole slew of issues. But with that being said, the devs recently pulled the most recent update to alleviate some of the challenges that people have been having. It brought it back to how it was. So you might still have the issues where you're landing on the top of the cave system. Weird things may happen, but you're not going to be crashing your system. You're not going to end up in a death loop. And sup, Alyssa? She says she's a certified sky rotator. Yeah,
I think not that bad. Just bring in all the artillery in the world.
Yeah, and that's the interesting is like I imagine with the Skyroach and these scenarios, there's a lot to be focused on where you may not even go in with your pack, as my guess. You may just roll in with stratagems galore and just empty out the system, and that's what I'm curious about. Because when I solo one of the 15-minute ones, what I normally end up doing is I'll go in with stratagems only and turrets. And I'm not killing anything. I'm just sitting here and it's just shooting everything around me, even on a level 4 to 5. I don't have to do anything. And especially if I'm going in and there's just one other rando and they show up with stratagems, it's just sitting there and watching everything melt.
Occasionally dodging a warrior strike coming towards your way.
Yep, absolutely.
But Helldivers is fun. Glad to.
Oh, we get a referral link. That's dope.
Okay.
So yeah, that it's pretty intense. Hopefully they do fix some of the challenges that they've been having, and we can not worry about the game crashing, because that was one of the problems I was having with the ODST armor that came out. Every time I put it on, I'd either be on the ship or I'd just start to dive or land on planet, and I would hard crash my whole system. Everything.
Okay, that's why.
Non-functional, full power system reset.
Because like he was on Discord with us, and then he was just not on Discord with us anymore, and like not in the game. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it was a hard railing. That is an absolute. But it once I took the ODST armor off, I haven't had a single game crash. So something about it is failing the system. That's okay. It's been discussed. I was on the Helldivers 2 Reddit feed, and the devs are aware of the challenges with some PCs. It's not all of them, and it doesn't happen on console.
Yeah.
So it's...
Yeah, because they only have to worry about one game type for the consoles.
Yeah, exactly. But word. Let's move on to one of the biggest movies that is currently in the world. Moving on from ODS or the Helldivers' biggest game is Demon Slayer. Right now, one of the most popular animes on the face of this planet, for a damn good reason, as far as I'm concerned. The character development, the animation style, actual animation, in majority in reference to the CGI BS that's out there everywhere. I'm still mad
They still
about this.
that one was actually good. That's the 3-part movie series.
Well, yeah, but not like that one specifically, but specifically the show that came out. It was just CGI garbage. It was so sad. It was even a low FPS, which made it worse. Anyways, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is, I think it's still in theaters. It's in theaters until the 22nd.
It is just a week old now.
Yeah,
since it came out.
I had a number of friends that were actually going out of town, and they were bummed out. Some were going on cruise. Some were actually going to the Netherlands, and they weren't actually going to be able to see this because it wasn't showing in either location. But in all fairness, you're going on a cruise and you're going to Netherlands, so it's like, I can watch a movie later. With that being said, though, right now the movie Infinity Castle is hitting at $410 million worldwide, which is at the box office, which is surpassed any previous movie in theater release.
Behind Mugen.
Yeah, behind Mugen.
The Mugen Train was the first Demon Slayer movie, which after its box office run had over $500 million. And this is only the first week, and it's already at $410 million.
Hannah says the ability to make you hold your bladder for a million years. Demon Slayer has it all.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was
a roller coaster of emotions.
It was, and you guys don't have to worry. No spoilers. If I do, it's totally an accident. I didn't intend it. You can slap me in real life if you find me. I hate spoiler stuff. That's like that thing. You're scrolling through the feeds. A movie has just come out. You hit something, and it's like, no! I want to throw my
it's
phone.
Like, hey, look at these spoilers, and they'll have like car spoilers.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one would be like, so and so dies.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well,
they'll do that so often. It's like they'll even like say spoiler alert, and in the caption video or the title of the video, they'll have a freaking spoiler. It's like, you bag of assholes. But
it felt like it was like a whole bunch of TV episodes that just ran smoothly. I'm like, all right, this would be a good time for like the end credits to roll because I've seen enough. And like sitting through a feature length movie of anime is weird because I'm like, we're used to like the 22 minutes of it. I was like, all right, time to get up, stretch, and come back. No, I was just like, oh man. By the time the movie was over, like Hannah and myself were like, we didn't even go to the restroom. We were just like, it goes on any longer. I had this thought where I was like, I will pee my pants.
Yeah.
I will pee my pants.
No, and that's
and then the credits
fair.
rolled and I'm like, is there anything else after this?
Yeah, but overall the movie was intense. From start to end, it was absolute nonstop. It was emotional. I welled up a number of times. I didn't cry like I did on Mugen Train, but that point aside, it was emotional. It was tense. The fighting was fantastic.
Did you notice the music of it all? The soundtrack?
I noticed how awesome it was.
Yeah,
but
I was like, usually if it's a really good soundtrack, you don't notice it. But this was like such a good soundtrack that I was like, wow.
Yeah. Shit, like, whoa. But it was seriously intense. And there's some new character development within it, which was really nice to see on some of the primary characters, and some very some heartfelt moments, and someone commenting, nice. Hooray! Hi, Megan. Yeah, we finally we decided to start it back up. I said it's been a long time.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years, and I don't walk so good no more. My body tells me I gotta go to the bathroom. You go now.
Your tattoos hurt.
Oh, shut up. I'm still excited for one. But what are we talking about? Oh, Demon Slayer. It's I highly advise if you have a chance to go see it. Obviously, it's going to be on Crunchyroll, and I don't know when it gets released on Crunchyroll, if it's going to be released in an episode format or in the movies format. It's it's up to Crunchy and up to I can't think of the other studio, but either way, we'll see how it gets released on them. But if you haven't dove into Demon Slayers just yet, do it. It's worth the endeavor, especially if you're a fan of anime, and it's worth the involvement. It's worth the time, and by all means, it's not a massive anime like Bleach or Naruto,
One Piece.
Definitely One Piece. I can't do One Piece. It looks interesting, but I can't sit down for 1,300 episodes or how many there are.
I've watched the series up until the time skip, and then something happened. I was deployed or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm I just fall off it, and then I have to restart over again because I don't remember. But I'm no, I don't have the time for that.
Well, that's the challenge too. Is there's so much, and the way I watch stuff, for me, especially with anime, enjoying sub versus dub, it's not a background thing for me. It is a full. Screen. I am focused. It is main screen. It's not The Office or Superstore playing in the background, and I'm just kind of giggling haphazardly at it. So it's why I can be behind on anime, especially with stuff, and I also don't like watching the last episode every once in a while because I'm I don't want to be done. Not till the next thing comes out.
What do I do with myself?
But with that said, it's really worth it. Dive in, enjoy it, every ounce of it. Going forward, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I saw from a recent post, is that there's not going to be any more Demon Slayer seasons coming out. These last sets is going to be this movie plus 2 more movies.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how many movies were going to be.
So in overall, we're getting 2 more full feature-length movies, which, essentially we're getting 2 more seasons, but that's supposed to be the end of Demon Slayer. After that, if you're determined to wait until it's done, so be it.
Had you been caught up with Demon Slayer, the series?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it was weird because I watched Mugen Train in the theaters, and then the series came back, and I'm isn't this the movie just cut up in episodes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm well, isn't this?
Yeah, and that's, I like that they're doing the movie instead of doing movie, then release essentially the exact same thing. But
yeah, I mean, 500 million from Mugen Train. There's I think we could just do the movies. We don't have to kill ourselves to reproduce it in series format.
Mm-hmm. And they proved it, especially because they're releasing on platforms that primarily don't have commercials. Because at this point, it seems like either one, people have ad blockers, regardless of Google saying it's illegal, or 2, they pay for Crunchyroll like we do, where it's I'm not getting ads, and I want to be able to watch everything.
Occasionally, sometimes my TV will freak out, and I'll see an ad. I'm this isn't right. I had to exit, close down out of it, then pop back up, and we're fine.
I will fight you if you show me ads.
Final Fantasy.
Josh, man, sit down and do it. Just watch the first episode. I was caught then. A lot of animes for me, it's usually the 3 episode standard.
The hook.
Yeah. If I'm not hooked within the first really 2.5 episodes, I don't bother with it. But this one, I started and I was interested at that point. It was extremely
you connected with the
character. It did. It tore your heartstrings. And
beautiful animation.
Strings.
I was just gonna let it ride. I'm sure, we have springs in our heart.
Spring Heart,
strongest muscle in our body.
Oh, Spring Heart sounds like a sad dog movie, one I would never watch. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Yeah. So, and then
another thing you should check out.
So me and my wife, yearly, we're big horror fans, massive horror fans. We watch horror. We go to see most horror fans. And one of the things we've always kind of done almost yearly at this point, aside from a few instances, is we go to horror film festivals. We used to go to the Mile High Horror Film Festival, which was up in Denver, but this will be, I believe, our 7th time going to the Telluride Horror Film Festival, which is in Telluride, Colorado. It's kind of the standard city venue for a lot of film festivals. They do a number of events there, which is just really awesome, and it spreads throughout the summer. But the Telluride Horror Film Festival, which is running from October 10th through the 12th, you pay your ticket fee, which is $200 something. No, yes, no, yes, no.
Is that a package? A certain package level?
That's the all-inclusive package
Okay.
level. But by all means, you can watch 23 movies. You get to go and you get a free lunch on Saturday. They do events in the middle where they do book signings with popular authors.
Nice.
Stephen Graham Jones has been there a few times. 260, thank you. Hannah can actually put a few of the writers in there. They're some of her absolute favorites.
Okay, so it's not just movies. They
No.
actually have writers.
Yeah, so they have movies,
Nice.
they have writers, the actors to some of the movies come in. Some actors from older movies, like Dead Silence. One of the main actors, the child actor from that, was there. So it was really cool getting to talk to him.
Has Bruce Campbell ever made it?
I don't think so, but I mean, me and Hannah did go see Bruce Campbell live that Halloween, which was, that was fun. And that was really exciting. But really, go check it out. It's well worth it. And as much as I want to say stay away, it's mine. It's not something I want to hide from people. And it seems like every time I bring it up, people are like, what? They do what? Where?
Because it's a lot of the non-mainstream horror movies. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an independent like Sundance film festival for horror films.
Yeah, it is. That's very much what it is. So you see a lot of stuff, and you see things that it's actually a horror movie.
Where it kind of like skeeves you out, and then you're just like your hair stand up. On
Oh
the back of
yeah,
your
no,
head
I'm
a little
creeped
bit.
out. There's some stuff I've seen at that horror festival where it's like it still lives with me. It's like teeth things, anything where the teeth get messed up. That hits me pretty hard. But go check it out, October 10th through the 12th. Like I said, 23 to 26 different movies. They do a pig roast. You get to go. You get the free food from that. They do a bonfire in the town square, and some of the writers read excerpts from their stories to you.
Don't worry, it's not Midsummer.
It's not Midsummer. It's fine. And a bunch of other stuff. They have cool events that go on. They also have a horror themed where people go to answer questions, and I have panic because my brain won't get it. That's what it is. Can't even think of the word trivia because it gives me anxiety.
So is $260. That is the max that you can go.
Yeah. You can
And then
also
they have
pay for
tiered
singular movies. You can do 3-day or three movie, 6 movie, 10 movie passes.
Okay.
So you can go there and just go see specific movies if you wanted to. And by all means, if you were to go to Telluride and just go to see just the horror shorts, only the horror shorts blocks, which is usually 5 to 6 horror blocks set in a movie time frame, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
It's worth the trip because it's unsettling and uncomfortable and hilarious and everything in between. And what's really cool is Telluride, for being within a box canyon, no outside, they have 5 movie theaters because of these festivals they do, and they're all around town, so you get to walk around.
Okay,
they have
that's cool.
fantastic restaurants.
Because
It's just a
Telluride is
solid
not
vibe.
a big.
No, it's the Telluride primary town. On the other side of the mountain is actually the Mountain Village, which is a little bit bigger, I think. But yeah, go check it out. Moving forward, we got Battlefield 6 versus Black Ops 7.
This is your realm of the world.
Yep,
It's right
this
here.
is me. So
That.
I really enjoy the military FPS games. It's always been one of the vibes, and I play I play with a group when we find a good game. Black Ops 5 and earlier was definitely our vibe. We did a lot of it, especially Warzone when DMZ was available before they screwed it up by adding that stupid backpack and screwed up the whole of the gaming system. But as of recent, not even as of recent, from like 5 forward, they started releasing all of these idiotic skins, which has turned Black Ops into Fortnite
adjacent.
And
Yeah.
it's Fortnite adjacent without the building, but it's like you're fighting Beavis and Butthead and exploding purple demon things, and
Seth Rogen.
you're
Snoop
shooting
Dogg.
Nicki Minaj in the butt, and Seth Rogen is giggling while running around this building. We're all killing each other. It's not fun. I like the in-depth playthrough of it, where you feel like you're kind of
An operator.
not an operator at a funhouse. And you're working together, but instead, you're fighting this team that's glowing and everything looks idiotic. And Battlefield has always been kind of the counter to that, but it's never been my vibe because Battlefield was too large format for me. And admittedly, I don't play enough to be really good. I'm not bad. I'm always positive KD, but I'm not going in with like 100 to 2 kill or 100 to 2. But I got tired of running in, and I'd run for 2 minutes to get in the battlefield, and then someone would snipe me, and then it was just that. It was that was the process. And me and Chris, one of the old hosts, he had Battlefield, and we tried it together, and it was like I think we played it for one night, sober, and then very drunk. I didn't enjoy it either.
This
way.
5 or
this was
like way long.
Yeah, this was like 8 years ago. And it didn't work for me. With the new Battlefield 6 that came out, one of the things that really interested me, and I was playing on the beta, is they do have they're going to have the large format with the airplanes and the tanks flying on planes and shit, which still makes sense. But they have also a mid and small map, so you can get that Black Ops feel as it was originally, without the wall leaping, without the glowing skins, without having to shoot Beavis and Butthead. And so with Battlefield 6, you have mid to small, so you get that same fun. You have destructive environments, which is really unique. So it's not the same thing. Someone blows up a building, suddenly your environment's changed, and there's new points where people can kill you, and there's, you can't hide, where it's like you have a building full of people doing, sniping from a certain zone, and you go blow up the building.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's freaking awesome.
There's like no more camping for you.
Yeah, no.
Get out the building.
Destroy the campers. So, by all means, I've abandoned Black Ops with the new Battlefield coming out, where they have this. It's more realistic. The modify or the changing environment. They're really focused on the realism of the guns too.
So the military sim.
Yeah, and
which they have been over the years, but it's just been, again, like you were saying, too big of a map for you to carry. It's like,
it was. And my military sims, I started out with Medal of Honor and America's Army. I played those pretty aggressively.
So you played America's Army. Would you like to know more?
And those were solid games. I was part of a clan on America's Army, and we played all the time. 2005, 2006. That's actually where my clan tag came from, Darkwave, and it was a big thing where I actually learned you could have an online community of friends that you could vibe with, and I'm still friends with some of them on Facebook. And this was, like I said, this was 20 years ago. I'm still friends with 2 of them for sure. And Josh, definitely go check it out. If they do a pre-beta, go check that out. There's plenty of Twitch streams on it. I think they're still active from the bigger Twitch streamers who still are getting to play some of the beta content. And I definitely want it, so I'll be trying to stream any of my gameplay so that you can laugh at
on your fancy new 32-inch monitor.
I know, I love this thing. But yeah, that's why I fucking
So
was.
why?
I got this because of Battlefield.
So
I'm so excited for Battlefield. I was like, I'm gonna spend my credits on that.
I remember you talking about like Black Ops 7 that they introduced like a trailer at one point, and you're like, this trailer is the reason why like most people are leaving.
They did. So when they dropped the trailer, they couldn't just show you the game. It was like, here's the game, here's the fighting, here's some of the weapons. Also, here's the loot box you can buy, and here's the skins you can pay money for, and all of this hyper garbage BS. And it wasn't the same. It's so bloated with Fortnite crap.
Monetization.
And that's the thing, is like, I get that companies need to make money.
Yes.
I'm not against that. And for me, I wish it was more of a focus on the DLC was more, map based.
Mhm.
Like, hey, you got these maps, because that's how Black Ops was. Originally, you got the DLC. There was a certain scope of new maps you could play, and if you were playing with some other friends, they would just pull out that map scope
And the rotation.
and in the rotation, so you could still play with your friends just fine, and it worked. But now they've done it so that it's the skins, and DLC is for, as far as map content goes, to everyone, and I'm not really for that. So it's like, I'd rather not have the maps and not have to see these stupid skins. I mean, and just the way everything has been monetized as of recently in games is frustrating. Like, people complain about Assassin's Creed, but in all fairness, it's proper DLC, like I think DLC is supposed to be. And that's a big thing for me, is like, especially some of the other stuff, like the way Overwatch 2. I don't know what's happening recently, but I'm getting loot boxes galore. Like, I'll play for an hour,
please,
and I have
dang
like 25 to 30 loot boxes.
Please.
I'm like, what's going on?
Please play the game.
And at the same time, though, it's really fun because I'm involved. But when it first came out, it was devilishly hard to get loot boxes. There were characters locked behind paywalls that were OP.
Or locked behind like the season pass. It's like,
Well, that's what I was saying, like a
it's just,
paywall. So it's like,
crazy. You're just like, yes, you can grind your way to them. But
No.
other people who
no,
Really?
the
Okay.
battle pass, there were characters permanently locked, and you wouldn't get that character until the next season.
oh, so like people can get used to like the OP versions of these characters before they got nerfed.
Yeah, and by all means, it was very much pay to win, and I can't do pay to win. That's what killed Warzone for me, because
That gun.
they released it. It was, yeah, they gave you a backpack where you could load in with a gun way more often, whereas there was a cooldown of about I think it was 7 hours and then a day, like a full 24 hours outside of game.
Real time.
Yeah, so if you were good, you benefited from it. Now it was like, you paid $20, which wasn't a lot, mind you, but it is for some people, for a backpack, and then suddenly it's like, people are constantly loading in. You're getting, spawn killed immediately, especially after the long load time for Warzone. It's just how it goes. But
So, definitely more of a Battlefield 6 person
now I am. It's like, by all means, I was a Black Ops person.
It's wild to me that we're at 6 and 7
Yeah,
for both of those games.
Yeah,
I'm just like, because granted, like any of these gaming studios, they would love to have anything similar to GTA 5, because GTA Online, Rockstar has to do nothing with that game. It is just making money for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, is like, these companies are so hard focused on monetization. I really want them to get back to a platform where you don't get a new map, but that's the focus, though, is that they're still releasing this full content. It's not just like, here's our standard sim character, and we put on a blue sparkly skin and we're charging people $30 for it.
You want it, right?
Yeah, I was like, and Overwatch just has some really dope new skins, and I really do want them. But I'm like, they had a Cowboy Bebop skin. It was for D.Va, Ash, and Maga. I think that's right. No, not Diva. Ash, Maga, and Dad. Either way, regardless. No.
Oh,
I
sorry.
had to go check it out.
I don't know.
And
It's been a while.
yeah, right. And with that, it's $50 for 3 skins. $50 is insane.
Is there a way to
No,
gain that?
not
Any
these
other
ones. Not
You
these
have,
ones.
so you have to shell out the
You have to
currency, or do you have to shell out the?
you
You have to buy
okay.
it with money.
I will argue if you played the next, and I did the math for this, the next 15 battle passes and got the free money out of those 15 battle passes. So 15, so like almost 15 seasons, which I think there's 4 seasons a year. So 3 years, you could probably buy 1. That's insane. So, but remember, I'm not trying to, say no to Overwatch. I go play Overwatch. I'm playing these games that do monetize. I just don't put money into them.
You're not one of the ones that are mind is easily twisted into. It's like, oh, let's go gamble.
No,
Do something shiny.
no. And
So that's-
Helldivers, I bought the primary game, and at kind of after a year period or 6-month period, I did buy some in-game for $5. So I was like, I'm gonna give them some money because they're constantly putting out content, and it's a giant. I don't know if anyone in the chat who hasn't played Helldivers, it's a big D&D campaign, because there are dungeon masters that are controlling the feet of the monsters, spawn rates, when they're going to go, how they're going to attack. It's not an AI system. It's actually ran by humans.
2 DMs. It used to only just be Game Master Joel, but now I think he has an assistant.
Yeah. So, and they're doing that work, which is just nuts. So it's pretty cool. And something that actually ties into Black Ops or Battlefield 6. I wanted to bring it up real quick. There's a lot of security stuff that's going to be happening in Battlefield, because of the challenges that people have with cheating in these games, because they're losers and they don't know how to play without cheating in these games. They're the absolute trash of the world, and they suck at games, and they don't deserve to be playing with the rest of us. You can't sit here. But with that, they are forcing some system changes that aren't available on every computer, such as TPM 2.0, as well as safe boot and a few other settings that were causing some problems with people trying to go into the beta that weren't aware that it was necessary. And that ties into a lot of systems are going outdated because they don't have the TPM 2.0. And which is something that is on motherboard. It comes with your system. Either you have it or you don't. There used to be a workaround where you could plug it into a USB header.
Then it would read it off that.
Yeah, and it would read it off that and make it functional. But Windows circumvented that. The TPM 2.0 is still necessary for Linux PCs if you're going to play Battlefield. This is something they're enforcing, and their anti-cheat systems are looking for those aspects. With that, a lot of users, some 4 million PCs at this point, will not be able to play it. And that has to do with the safe boot options. I'm not against that, but I'm also, there's some challenges almost like they should be put on a different server. With that, a lot of people are also noticing, and they're seeing the feeds that Windows 10 is becoming obsolete October 25th of next month. And what that means is no more security updates. You are going to be heavily available to cyber attack. So this becomes a scenario too, and I really want to let people know, because my background is in IT. It's important that you're aware that if you have Windows 10 past October 25th, you have two options. One, pay $30 and you can continue to have security updates for 1 year period, and that gives you some time to upgrade your stuff. 2, upgrade your firewalls take all your passwords out of Google, which you should kind of do anyways. They should be separate. And so keep your passwords off of Google so that you can't actually do anything. Do not install extensions on your browser anymore. Don't go to websites that aren't HTTPS, which is a secure website. If it's HTTP, leave. It's as simple as that. If you're on Windows 10, you are going to be very available and open to cyber attack. And I'm not going to really dive into that, but it can devastate your life. So there's plenty of other things out there that can do to protect you, but you get a firewall, you have a better service. You can take care of yourself as long as you're within your network. But almost, if you're on 10, don't go to a public forum. Like, don't take your laptop to Starbucks and do your work there.
Right.
You would become wildly more unsafe. Don't download files you shouldn't do. And like when Jen, who's one of my friends, she's gone and she went over and moved over to Linux. Because there's not a downside to her. She's not going to be playing Battlefield 6. She doesn't need TPM.
Mhm.
And that works for some people. I don't like Linux. That's me. I did a bunch of coursework and class on it. I know how to do Linux. I hate it. It is frustrating to use.
Linux, the other operating system
Mhm.
that gives you just enough rope to get
Yeah.
yourself into trouble.
Oh God, just ruin your life with Linux. But the cool thing, I wanted to talk about a positive side, is that if you're willing to pay, there's something called GeForce Now. And GeForce Now is NVIDIA's answer essentially to the rising cost of GPUs, the TPM system failure, the Windows issues. If you have good enough internet, you can play a whole smattering of different games through GeForce Now on their server, which is each gamer gets a dedicated 5080, which is 16 gigs of DDR7 on no, and you get 16 gigs of RAM for a game on these super strong processors. So if you pay for internet and you want to do a monthly for GeForce Now and you don't want the system, or you can't afford a console or something like that, that is an option for people. And I just want to let everyone know that it's like, you're not SOL. GeForce Now is going to have Battlefield 6. It's going to have these games going forward that do promote more security in games, so you're not having to deal with cheaters who are just on the other side of the map spawn camping with no bullet drop, killing your whole team because it's auto head tracking. So a solid opposition to it. Like, if you don't want to give Windows money, you just want to give them the middle finger.
And then how much did you look this up? Like, how much GeForce Now is going to be priced at? Do they have like pricing schemes where it's like, hey, you can get 1080 gaming or 4K gaming, maybe 720 gaming?
So GeForce Now, free tier session, 1 hour session limits per day. Priority tier, $10 a month with 6 hour sessions on a premium rig. And then ultimate tier is $20 a month, top tier. 4K, that's the 5080, 8 hours of gaming per day. And you could do an annual at $200. So, wildly cheaper than paying for a system.
As long as you have the internet.
Right.
You can support that.
And, by all means, I could. It's just I'm a prissy bitch, and I like my fancy system, so I do put money into it.
Mm-hmm.
But by all means, if you had $200 and you really wanted to play, you couldn't afford a console, but you still had strong internet, that's not terrible. That's less than most of the streaming services.
That's a subscription fee for any streaming.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just want to throw it out there. We are not we're not sponsored by any of these people. It's just I think they're solid options.
Yes, I didn't even know about GeForce Now. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So solid choice. But that's kind of it for Slick Feed. And then if you could, while you're hanging out, you want to show us some love, spread the word, and let's slick the world. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, and subscribe at YouTube at SLYK Radio. We're going to be streaming at least once a month, likely middle of the month on Friday. The goal is going to be 10 o'clock in the morning. Today got away, Mountain Standard Time. But today got away from us because it was like I legitimately forgot how much it was to get this set up. I just reloaded my PC, so that was an oopsie daisy on my end, but it's all good. We're here and we're having fun, and it gave me time to decorate, which is basically I took everything that was on this wall and just and yeah. So moving forward, we got the craft brew and review. As we said in the beginning of the show, we're doing WeldWorks mixed berry pie, as you see right next to JP's head. What we got? Do we got a scripter on this can?
I didn't see one in Untapped. Oh.
Either way, mixed berry pie, sour ale with strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, vanilla, graham cracker, milk sugar. But it is a solid sour.
Yes.
It feels. I get the raspberry and a little bit of the blackberry over everything else, but it is a light mouthfeel, very fresh, effervescent, solid amount of carbonation, and it is a clean drinking. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we'd run through the craft brew section over at Twin Liquors, but due to our poor planning before this episode, it was all warm. I didn't.
They
want
would
to
not be
one.
chilled.
Yeah,
they'd be room temperature.
So, but yeah, solid, excellent beer, great mouthfeel, light, effervescent, bubbly. Baby, you get one when you get home if you want it. We got a 4-pack.
Definitely getting the sour. I'm not. They say there are hints of graham cracker in it. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a nice, like smooth drinking beer.
I kind of get the graham cracker, but I don't know if I'm just
aftertaste or
it's before when it's in my mouth. But I don't know if that's because you've told me it's there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it tastes like pie.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to cook this down with a whole bunch of fruit and stuff and turn it into a pie, that would be
delicious.
It would be so good.
What would you rate this sour? Sour.
What are the what's the
one out of? It's like it has like 75, 25, 50 out of 5.
I'm hitting pretty high at like probably a 4.75.
Yeah, I'll probably give it that too. I mean, if anyone is like, "Hey, would you want to drink this at a party?" I'm like, "Yes,
please." Yeah, it's like we're doing a Halloween party. I'm probably gonna grab some of this for that party. So, no, absolutely delicious. If you guys are wondering why we're scoring it, it's because JP's currently getting uploaded to Untapped. You guys can follow us on there on Untapped, UNTAPPD. It's the website and app where you can rate your beers, share your thoughts, and get awesome recommendations for fellow beer lovers. But you can check it out at untapped.com or get the app on Apple or Android.
Do you remember your user tag? Untapped?
I think it was Slick Radio.
I'm on there as J Pizzletron.
That sounds right. App Store. I haven't downloaded it yet. Everything's behind. Untapped, because we're cool like that. And but no, it's really solid, and it's nice running through like the old beers, especially after I haven't been using it for a significant amount of time, and going back and seeing how my flavor profile has changed, or is like, has it changed? Has the beer changed? Like, I'm still convinced there's a beer called Dead Guy Ale that
we drank one time.
When I first had it, it was one of the grossest beers I'd ever experienced in my life. And now it's one of those top tier beers. I think it's a double bock, if I remember right. But it's solid. It's solid. It's a very good beer. Let's see if it has my auto login.
Probably not.
Oh, I'm currently logged in.
Nice. I also gave it a 4.75.
4.75. Oh, we're on there. So like I'll get that switched. It'll be Slick Radio. But it's pretty clean app. Oh, that looks like garbage. And there, you can see we're pretty picky. That bounce scale is all over the place, but it definitely looks like we've gotten less picky as we've gotten older.
Also I think we don't take crappy beers as often. We're just like, I don't know.
There's been a learning curve.
We've also learned like the fancier looking the beer bottle is, the artwork is, less likely we're going to have like good flavors.
Yep. And the other thing too is like, it seems, if I remember right, quite often that if there is a devil or a demon on the bottle or can, it's going to taste like a devil or a demon's taint. Like, what is wrong here? What's going on?
It's because it's a quadruple IPA.
Like, this is foul, truly foul. But yeah, so real quick, we're gonna do the outro music. We found it. We got all the old stuff, which is fun. But when I hit this, I'm gonna need you to tell me if we're having to scream over the outro or if it's a solid sound.
The audio levels that we're looking at say that it's like half of what our speaking volume is.
It seems right, and so just help us out on this one. But let's head up on that intro. We appreciate you guys joining us, and for all the people who watch it later, thank you. We missed you. I really I missed doing this. I don't know if you watched the last episode. I was almost crying on stream because
it's verklempt.
It's a big part of my life. It's something that allowed me to experience life in a very unique way. I got to meet celebrities, new people,
go to places,
cosplayers, go places that I never would have expected, go to places in con that I never would have expected. Going to the back rooms and getting to meet the whole cast of the guild, talking to everyone from Star Trek: The Next Generation, meeting the Hulk,
doing
interviews, talking with exceptionally intelligent, talented, beautiful people. And it's really unique doing this kind of podcast because it's a socially focused podcast, right, where everything that we're talking about is a personal opinion, but it's very focused on how the nerd community interacts. And what's fun, especially with recent, where it's like being the nerd is the good thing.
Yes.
Where, and I was talking with my neighbor who just started a new D&D campaign, and he was just saying, he was like, I wish that, D&D was the cool kid thing when he was younger, because he feels like he missed out on a whole aspect of life.
Straight up demonized when it first came out.
Absolutely. So, it's fantastic that nerd culture is being embraced and that we are getting to be part of it. That is a lot for me, and it makes me really happy. So those of you that are here joining us and who are fellow nerds, I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that we are the culture and community that we are. But with that, thank you for listening. Don't forget, we're going to do new episodes monthly on, it says on this schedule, but it'll be a mid-month on Fridays in the morning.
Or sooner.
Yeah. And but join us live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at SLYK Radio. Chat with us in real time.
When we roll through your feed, finger box that subscribe button, smash them likes, and join our ranks.
Yeah, I took up the weird Slick Knights thing. If you guys can hear the audio, please comment. Remember, Slick Radio is not responsible for anything ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And Slick Radio is completely weightless.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But the corporations don't. We love you guys. Have an absolute fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next month. Unless something else happens, we really need to talk about it. But have a good time. Bye-bye.